show you a few stretches you can do even if you're at a chair at your desk. So one is to take your right ankle to your left thigh. You can do this with shoes on, that's why I'm leaving my shoes on to show you. And you can hinge forward until you feel a stretch in your deep external rotators, your hip muscles. So you can hinge forward until you feel it at the edge of mild discomfort, no pain. And there's a little trick you can do to help protect your shin, and that's pull your toes back, and that'll protect your knee. And just hold here at the edge of mild discomfort. You can tuck your chin. I'm here on Main Street in Gunnison, Colorado, so that's why you can hear some of the cars. This is a great stretch you can do when you're seated and you need to take a little break. Hi, come on in. We're stretching the hip, showing how easy it is to stretch your hip. Even if you're at your desk, you just push your chair away from your desk, and you can get a good hip stretch. Now, another little trick I love to do, I call it playing the harmonica, is that you pretend that you're playing the harmonica, your shin is your harmonica, and you just move a little left and right. And can you tell that you can access different fibers of those deep external rotators, those hip muscles right here, just by moving a little bit? Just that little nuance will increase the stretch. There are 6 deep external rotators, and that's why these tiny little movements can make such a big difference. So after you've got it, release your hip, take an inhale, and on your exhale, let that foot down, let your other ankle come up to your thigh. Inhale, and on your exhale, lean forward. Sometimes you do not have to go very far to start feeling that stretch. So it's okay if you're up here. The main thing is that you're enjoying it and you're giving yourself appreciation for the fact that you're stretching your hip. Pull your toes back. That's going to protect your knee, and it's also going to make the stretch more true. The ankle is a hypermobile joint, especially this way, the way that 90% of all sprains are. So you want to protect that ankle, pull that pinky toe back. It also protects the knee. Let's add on that harmonica. So just hinge a little bit. I'm so glad you're joining me. Hinge a little bit and see if you can feel that hip in different places just by moving a little bit. Let your exhale relax the hip, and also let that exhale relax areas that tend to hold tension that we don't need it. The jaw, the eyes, the hands, the upper trapezius. So let those hips relax and hold. You can let your chin soften too, so the whole back is in a gentle flexion, which promotes relaxation and supports the nervous system. So take another inhale, and on the exhale, gently come back up. That hip should feel so much better, and that is a nemesis in most people. They get really tight in the hip. So let's add on another one. If you're sitting in a chair, you can lengthen your arms like a T. Exhale, add rotation as if you're looking over your shoulder. You're gently rotating the lumbar spine. Not much, because those are big vertebrae. The upper back is the main part of the spine that rotates. Your gaze goes along for the ride. Let your inhale lengthen you, and let your exhale rotate you. I'm looking at you, but you're going to keep looking over that shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, rotate. Your upper back is the part of the spine that we're focused on the most. When it's flexible in rotation, it is less likely to get humped back or forward like you see people do as they get older without stretching their back and their arms and their chest and shoulders. So let's take another breath. Take an inhale, open up those arms. Exhale, catch the chair wherever your hands land. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, add rotation. Your upper back is what we're focused on. I'm so glad that you're joining. Sometimes you can feel one side's tighter. Maybe you did a rotational sport and explosive rotations like tennis or golf. You can feel one side's tighter, or you have an occupation where you're constantly on your desk on one side. So if you have a big asymmetry, hold the side that's tighter a little bit longer to help your body start unraveling that rotational pattern. It's pretty common to have a rotational pattern, so don't be surprised if you notice it. Inhale, lengthen your spine. That gives you space between the intervertebral disc because you've created space between the ribs. The ribs are attached to the vertebra. Exhale, rotate. It is hard to leave that stretch because it feels so good. Let's add on another one. I love this one because so much of our tasks are forward. Lift your arm up and catch that chair. Take your other arm up and catch that chair. And then lean forward, thoracic extension, chest and shoulders. So you see I'm just using my hands on the chair to lean forward. This is great if you shoot because we're so forward when we shoot. This is a counter pose to the shooting, the forward position that shooting puts us in. if you mountain bike, if you hike, if you work at a desk, if you drive, everything is forward, our eyes are forward, so this is a great stretch. Shoulders, chest, upper back, so I'm lifting my upper back. Notice I'm not tossing my head back carelessly. This is so good. Take an inhale, fill up that chest. And on the exhale, let's do one more because it's so good. Arm crosses the body. Lift up your other arm as if I'm pulling your arm up and over, as if I'm pulling your spine out of your pelvis. I'll lean back so you can see a better view. This arm, just make sure that I can anchor down through that left hip. This arm is reaching, and let's add some rotation. When you rotate forward, it's more low back. When you rotate up, it's more the external obliques for posture. It's all good for your shoulders, it's all good for your back, and it's all good for your breathing. Lengthen through the rib cage. We're stretching out, adding pliancy to secondary respiratory muscles as well, which is going to help you breathe better in hard tasks or even just during the day so you don't get tired at 2 or 3 o'clock. Let's do that other side. Inhale, lengthen your spine, hand crosses the body. Exhale, add that lateral flexion. This feels so good. You deserve to take a stretch today. Hi, come on in, join me. We're doing some chair stretches. We're gonna exhale forward. That's gonna be more low back. There's no wrong answer though. Just see what you feel. If you exhale, if you add your rotation towards the sky, it's gonna be a little bit more external obliques. That's gonna help out with posture. All of those angles are gonna help out with the shoulder. All of those angles are gonna help out with the back and with the breathing muscles. Take another inhale, expand that rib cage. And on your exhale, gently come back and then take your hands to your heart. Give yourself a sense of appreciation for all that you did. Thank you so much for joining me for the chair stretches. Have a great day.